I, Philip Wulu, commonly known as General Rambo, do solemnly swear that my testimony that I come to give to the TRC and Liberian people of Liberia is the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Good morning, Mr. Witness.
Good morning, sir.
I want to say welcome and thanks for coming.
Yes, sir.
To the TRC. Did you say your name is General Rambo?
Yeah, that's my name. That's my name within the revolution.
Within the revolution?
Yes, sir.
And it's our information that you volunteered to come to the TRC?
Yes, sir.
Your name was not published by the TRC?
Yeah, my name was not published by TRC, myself.
And during the hearings, nobody mentioned your name?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, I guess you came because you have information to give to the TRC?
Yes, sir.
You have experience you want to share with the TRC?
Whole lot.
And you believe that the truth will contribute and help to bring about reconciliation and peace in our country, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll give you the opportunity. You should be as brief as possible.
Yes, sir.
So that when commissioners are asking you questions, there will be opportunity for you to say more on some of the things you want to elaborate on.
Okay.
But we thank you for coming, and before you commence, I want to introduce commissioners who are here present so that you can know who we are and who you'll be interacting with. Commissioner Sheikh Kafuma Kone is on the right flank of the panel. Next to him is Commissioner Per Rambu. Next to her is Commissioner Sila. On the left is Commissioner Gerald Coleman. Sorry. Immediately sitting at my right is the Vice Chair Commissioner Dede Dolope.
Okay.
I'm Jerome Radio.
I know you, sir.
Okay. So we say thanks and welcome.
Right.
Please proceed and tell us what happened.
I thank God today to come here to be able to confess what we have transpassed within the long period of war that we fought in this country. And I'm picking from 1979 because that's where I got into revolution as a boy. And my getting into this revolution was that...
Just a minute, can you first give us some brief background?
Okay.
Your date of birth, your name is Philip Wulu, right?
I'm Philip Wulu, born 1962, November the 29th.
November 29.
Yes, sir.
And which foreign faction you associated with?
I was trained by the AFL 1988.
Okay.
I fought for the AFL before asking for TDY 1991 to go to Ulemo at 7.
Okay. Okay.
Then I had to train the Lofa Defense Force by the late Francois Massacre in Bon Mine.
Okay.
And we had a split in Ulemo where I was fighting for the Ulemo J against the Ulemo K.
Okay.
Then I was called a bomb immediately from Kakata by Philip Waba Kama and our brother George Bole to carry his forces LPC to Flower Mill, Buchanan to go to Sano County.
Okay.
And one of the founder of the La Forces learned, commonly called dissident, which I was using the name as Brigadier General President Johnson at the time, in Lofa. Which is 1999.
1999, what happened? You have to form
the dissident force that entered into Liberia.
Right.
Lofa.
In Lofa, okay.
Yes, sir.
No NPFL links?
I never fought for NPFL and INPFL.
Okay, thank you. Please proceed.
Thank you, sir. I thank God today the flow that you have given me to start my confession. During the 1998 war that came to Liberia, at that time I just left the training base where we graded out from the anti-sectorial unit from Nama and 72nd, which at the time Colonel Jali was my commander at 72nd VASU. When the war came, we were recruited because we were the tolerants that used the heavy weapons. They would recruit us as a squad to go with the infantry, which we went to Camp Lake Mutuo. We did well all we could, and we couldn't stand the forces of MPFL. At that time, we were one force as MPFL. We did our best. There was no way because first time of the AFL soldier to get into war. So what the people call rebel and whatsoever, you know, were looking strange to us. Because when we go, we don't know who is the rebel. So who can you fire? No. So for every time we hear gunfire, we run. Before we see ourselves, we were at red light. When we got to red light, the system of AFL changed into complete tribalism, where we have some Dio Manon brothers, we all do training together. They were adopted overnight by some of our AFL brothers and carried them and killed before in the morning. We see body roaming around the street. But what's going on? Rebel having covered the area, what's going on? But that it was a secret agenda by some of our brothers killing their own uniform brother. To my greatest surprise, when our son at Pakopin engaged in the MPFL rebel, I heard that 4 days in the morning that Lutheran Church were attacked. Then, but what's going on? They said, we don't know. But God was involved to be able to judge between the MPFL and the AFL. What we know is our own people that did it. But you see, within the AFL, just the same as all of rebel forces, the AFL within the PRC government has their own Benjamin Yetin. And this Benjamin Yetin was one, Harrison Penner, 2, Tele, 3, Sergeant Kelly. Tele and Harrison Penner was the one that led the troop to this Lutheran church that carried on this massacre. When those found out his mother felt that he couldn't do anything about it because the war were already against us. We did our best. At the end, he though left us and went to Freeport, that he was caught by President Johnson and killed. We felt that the war was over because it was doomed. But as a trained man, you cannot allow dissident or whosoever to just walk through and come and just grab somebody. You have to go into Tulsa. So when we found out that, we thought the war was over. Some were happy and some others were not happy. When we look, the war couldn't start. Hit, run, started. At the end, the Nigerian contingents came in because it was the Ghanaians at the time. When the Nigerian contingents came in, we all were happy, AFL one side, and the MPFL, IMPFL on the other side. But to our greater surprise, when Claudio on the 1991 came as an interim president, President Johnson was dissatisfied because he wanted the presidency. So he continued harboring and giving talks that were not in place of peace. To our greater surprise, they went to a meeting across there and settled up what they think they could settle by ECOWAS. That they opened door for him on a Friday that I can still recall, 1991. To our greater surprise, when we look, they attacked our position by 12 noon that Friday. But going to hide it was that we have eaten little food because we were under the suppression for almost 3 months, no food. So after we got a little energy and got used to them and they brought that attack, God gave us the power that we overrun them. And we had a victory for that day. That dissolved him, President Johnson. So I start to hear about Ulimo from 7 but that Ulimo from 7 was trained soldiers of the 6th Infantry Battalion from Bombay Hill that retreated to 7, which Captain Capet was the ambassador as one of the 3 commandos of Liberia. So he started putting the men together and started to train them into the guerrilla warfare. Because we the AFL only knows about infantry but not guerrilla warfare. It's a different category from the infantry. So our brothers start to honor goal for every time they come and hit the bowler. They fail, they couldn't cross. For every time they come and hit, for good 5 times, they hit that ball on the other side that they fail. So I went to command. We were about 15 soldiers, the late Dragon, many of our brothers, because of our ethnic tribe, and so able to stay fight. We asked for Tiliwa, and we got at a post and sleep, and we went to 7. But the week we got to 7 was that Alahaji Jimmy Kroman was in Guinea and sending his men from Guinea to 7 at the 2-man base in 7. When they start getting enough in the base, argument started that we the trained soldiers, the way to behave, when we try to tell them how to behave, they get annoyed that they are not liaising from us. They had a leader that they liaising from them. We say, but when you're doing this, then it will be hard for me and you to move. The all-over leader is Capet. How are you talking about, say, your guy, the leader, say, we're from Guinea, somebody who really speak the English well. Was that breaking English? But I knew Philip Kamara at that time. The late Philip Kamara. To our greater surprise, the week that we go there, where the late Free Kara, as the battlefront commander, told us that immediately we have to leave. Nothing should stop us but to cross. That day himself would be in the front. And we were dispatching from on base to the bowler. The next morning when we were assassination against Capet. And what's going on? They say Capet died. But Ama Yulu, the late Bambangida, which is Philip Kamara brother, and others have carried on this overthrowing on Capet. But how Ama Yulu can do like this? Free Kara say with all that they are doing there, If we stay in Sierra Leone, that means the revolution will not go. So we have to cross today. We left the problem in Sierra Leone and we forced our way by the bridge of both waters to cross to Liberia. And when we cross, free Canada on the bridge and then they got there with so many soldiers. We crossed, we never look back. Before we could see ourselves, we were in Bombi here. But my people, let me tell you something. Revolution, on occasion of rebel, there is nothing good in it. There is no rebel leader that formed or forced and said that I gave you Bible, or I gave you salsa to go and dance culture. No. It was a die-down operation. You die free if you live fun. You wounded, it left with you and what you think you get within the war. If your people can maybe turn to sustain you to go through with your medical help, then you get back on your feet and continue on the revolution. That's about it, about revolution. So when we were coming and getting some great attack from NPFL, many of our brothers were getting afraid. Because everybody knows how dangerous NPFL was. African woman that pregnant, open the stomach and want to know the child whether that boy or girl. They grab you as a fighter, or maybe by your tribe, they cut your hairs and set it on the drum. So we form our own strategy. That bar has to pay bar. So within our unit, we formed the power saw unit where we were using power saw. That if we catch any of the NPFL fighter, we lay you down just as they saw playing that how we saw you, and take your interest and cross the gate and set your head on the road. Yes, it happened within you limit. We have our bow and arrow unit that we call the barefoot unit. In Ulimi. But as we advance to this Tomanburg, as far to Paul River, there was one of the dangerous commanders of MPFL called Barre. From that bar area that we ran behind, and I was so hot that I wanted to catch him. But God slipped him from me to the Paul River. When he got there was a little child, because we were standing in the bridge and looking at them because they were marking people, civilians, so we couldn't go across because Ecomoc were there. But as I was looking at him, because he was ready, I needed him to kill him. But my hand didn't lay on him that he was already in a safety zone. As I was looking at him, they later came because everybody heard that Ulimo have taken Paul River. So people came to see the new forces at Ulimo. When I looked, this woman came with a cup of water in it. But it was not water. It was acid water. And I for excuse and went among the group to see Barre. And as soon as she got over him, she took this acid water and wasted it on him. And said, my son that you killed, Abba, is your pay. Ecomoc tried to apprehend him, but because of the too much Liberians that were around, tried to plumb. Ecomoc left the woman. And when they took Barre and put him in the back of the car, in the triple base. While we were at Paul River, President Joseph came. He said, gentlemen, we are one. We said, no, but we are your limo. And you are IMPFL, how you say we won? He said, gentlemen, I got no enemy ship against you. Taylor is the problem. So thank you very much because you always attacking me from the rear. So since you are clear, we all are one brother. We accepted him, shook hands with him on the bridge. President Johnson brought rice. He brought few ammunition and turned over to Ulim. We boarded the advance of 1991 until 1992 autopause, because we were only relaxing in Bombay Hill and back, and even civilians from Monrovia knew that Bombay Hill was a safe haven. So many of them flee and went to Thunderbird. Children going to school. No one could fire gun in Bombay Hill. No one could ask anybody, you where try, where you going, where you coming from? No. Autopause, the attack fell into Monrovia. We were at Pole River Bridge. The next morning up to 6 o'clock, the Guinea contingents came to the bridge to tell us that it is not easy in Monrovia, that when we don't try to cut, the MPFL will overrun Monrovia because they are already attacking the base. So they say, so you need us to go to Monrovia? They say yes. So we say, okay, no problem, we will come. They say, but we brought trucks for you to get in the trucks to go. We said, no. We believe in our 2 legs. When they get all the logistics, before the morning hour, we will be there. And they listened to us. Gave the logistics to our commanding general, which is the late T. Carter. We have 3 Carter. His little brother is T. Carter. He was the commanding general that led us from the Bow side to Bombay Hill, from Bombay Hill to Pole River. When they gave us the instrument, before the morning hour for true, we were at Nugutan, Douala, and the Corway. We were able to fight them and push them from that Nugutan end all the way until we facing a Corway at the bridge. We stayed in the city for 2 weeks, combating with the MPFL at a Corway. God will help. I, the late Apollo J. Swan, according to the late Sarah, the state lady, the late remote control, who they do the ball after carrying on the shelling, the bomb came between her and smashing up, that he died. But through the shelling of crossing our bridge, we were able to overrun MPFL from Corway. When we overrun, that we put the city on a lay comfort, which at the time Taylor was shelling is 106, 155 at the Grand Mesa into Monrovia. One of the commission here today, when you say yes, he will attest to say yes. There were one of the 106 bombs that flew and went directly in a house. It killed a fellow and I think a little girl on the Capitol bypass. Steve know me good, I know him well. After the shelling went on, they caught by the way of airfield to attack the airfield. We Ulimo ran and we put things under control. They attacked red line, which is 72nd by the Senegalese. We went there and assisted where we were able to push them with the Blackberry, the AFL, Ulimo, and ECOM. We all emerged to push the MPFL. After I think 3 weeks, Claudio came on air and said that he told we the Ulimo thank you for our hard work, but we should leave and go back to our base that Monrovia is safe. We listened to his appreciation. We took our arms on our back and went back to Pole River. But when we were to Pole River, we were not satisfied, because we know that Taylor will still continue his pressure on Monrovia because he wanted the position of presidency. At that time, President Johnson had fled with the orphan children after killing their mother and father and keep the children on the base. Say he forming his own like SOS, destitute abandoned children, where he feeling them doing things. He ran with them, the Nigerian contingent helped him and getting up. The high President Joseph left, he went. So we went back and we formed our strategy for that end, that immediately we got to Sawmill, where we group ourselves and move to Bopolu. When we went to Bopolu, we overtook Bopolu, and people think that I saw in Bopolu were very dangerous. Innocent children and women. I don't know who was that general in Bopolu of the MPFL, but they had children and women on the dryer with fire drying them.
What year was that?
1992. After the autopause of Monrovia, we advanced for Bopolu. We met bodies on the dryer. We thought they were, people killed meat, and have on dryer. But when we went close and get to the dryer, we're living human beings. We cut down the dryer and pushed those human beings aside. And immediately said, let's move on them to Torokwere. From Torokwere, we hit Hendy. From Hendy, we got over to Bomb Mines. We're in the C-92. We took Bomb Mines and received 52 attack, where my brother Emon Chey, General Chey was the commander, grand commander in Bomb Mines. When I was there as the field commander, staying as Eki forces of the unit of Ulimo. But Ulimo had 2 battalions. We have the Alligator and Zebra. The Zebra were controlled by the Mandingos. That when we, the Alligator, strike and capture, the Zebra hold ground. So when we were in Bomb Mine, where we have Pepe and Saw, Jumbo Jamba Dumuya, Mami Wata, Kele Kamara, advancing for Lofa, news start to hit us. That your brother that going as Ulimo into Lofa is apprehending human being that the butchery are eating. We say, well, how damn that? We don't do that. They say, it's what happened in Chiefs, other people started coming to Kroma and some of our general and special staff in Bomio. And we started receiving on the radio, so we said, well, it ain't how to be so. We don't believe that we got people in our midst eating human being. No. But my people, Liberian people, let me tell you, today is the day that really I believe that our Mandingo brothers were terrible enough. That everything the Lofians were saying that we were denying, it came to we, the crown people. Which we were in the front line, advancing from Kakata. To our greatest surprise, there were division in Bombi Hill, where we had a safe haven for Liberia. When the new head of we said, no, you're joking. What must we fight among ourselves? They said, there's no fighting. General Sabaseli had been killed already. The butcher he had it on the dryer, now they are eating it with Atai. So the good thing that we're doing, and we are the only kind of people that tell us now is the further that we're running beyond tell us, say beyond us. It's a split, they say yeah. When we try to fall back, no understanding. Because who can we talk to? Don't we have them implementing people execution? They started collecting the contract all of Liberia. But why I would want to let the Liberian people know we were not fighting war on the principle of religion. We never knew that they barred the idea at the Mandingo that they wanted to form their own unit to fight against the Liberia. Period. They were not Muslim. and Christian war. But because while they were implicated into the 1989 and 90 war, that they died, and they were not part of the Liberian government or neither politics. So why they are killing them with the crown people? So they have to form their own forces to fight. But forgetting to know that we, the crown people, the training that was given to us was not all the training we gave to them. We were trained by the state, and they were trained by us. So it was paramilitary training we gave to these our brothers that were willing to hold the barrel to fight with us. When we call GV, no understanding. When we call Johnson, no understanding. So I told my brothers, I said, but this is serious. Let me go to Monrovia. They said, Rambo, you have to be careful. Went to Monrovia, but they said Roosevelt, Johnson, Kroma, all of them is in Monrovia. Let me get to this Monrovia to see what is happening. We can't sit in the bush here and things going wrong because somebody might think, brother, in our midst, are we going to kill them? No. Yeah, that hold on. Because we all do things in common. So no any agenda you have for your brother. So yeah, let's go. If someone said that, we will understand it from Monrovia. They say, okay, Rambo, you can go. The how I left from Kakata and came to Monrovia. Tried to go Congo Town to GVE area. It was hard because I'm not Mandingo man. Langaza, all these people when they see me, they pump. So I met one of my best friends that we call Alahaji Tego. Today he's a late. He said, Rambo, the thing that happened, we are good fighters to air our aid to be in our bush because it's small. So we are not people to fire more ourselves. So me and Ethan are not going in our bush. I said, Tego, yeah, you're right. But I know where there is more yo-yo, there's a blessing. We can't sit down and look at the thing to devour where the operation of the MPFL to spoil. So let's try to manage to see how we can see GV and see Johnson to put this thing together. My people, when they saw that we plumped into the revolution to find out from the two leaders at the time that went a loggerhead, Dumuya formed the death squad from Bombay Hill to Monrovia. Because my car at the time was Ulimo Moa that you see only at the time our major in the defunct Ulimo when we were together. So Major Rambo were on the bus. He said, you go and make sure you attack Rambo and not here getting here. Because it's one of the dangerous fighters of the crown people. When you're not getting Johnson Boone will not break. You're getting. So at the night, I was able to meet with Roosevelt Johnson at the BTC barrack, where he was lodging in a house with Philip Wabakama. When I met him, I said, well, Roosevelt, what's going on? He said, that profound. But what kind of thing two are you doing that killing innocent people in the bush there, that we have to come back again for new fight? It's not fun. Why you can't solve all this problem that we coming to kill one another? He said, Rambo, it's not easy. Sako said he died. With many others, brothers, we got to stay. I said, really? He said, I said, but then we can't fight the other war. Then I think I have to go home and forget about the war fighting. Taylor is our hospital, is the main man that we chasing. So to say, Crown man and Mandingo man, who died the same way by the MPFL, standing again and fighting and one was there killing one another. I don't want to stay there, I have to go home. My people leaving from the BDC barrack to get to my house, not knowing Dumuya there have sent manpower from Bombay Hill in collaboration with ECOMOG. The ECOMOG gave them badges that they used and pretending that they were ECOMOG. And ECOMOG understanding was that the war were on a religion background. And many of the ECOMOG that came to this country, they were Muslims. Less Christians we was the Ghanaians and few Nigerians were Christian. Like Onia, the regiment commander in Capata. Colonel Peter, the 7th Airborne commander at, how we call, 15 Gate, they were Christian. So the free flow of us on the Capata Highway, we had the change. Port River, no, was the Muslim. So Ekoma had their own secret split. So when I left to come home, they had adopted my wife. When my 2 children, she born twins just within the period of that week before the incident occurred. Put them in the pickup to carry them to Bombay Hill. So when I heard the other people say, oh, they just put your wife and children in the car. The people said they carried them to Bombay Hill, they went to execute them. I said, what? What is not in Monrovia? And you live up, we don't have no ground here for somebody to come here to adopt somebody's children, to carry them. My children, they won't fight in the war. Why they didn't wait for me? They say, Rambo, if you don't go now, it will be too late that they carry your children. So immediately I ran by to inform Ezekiah boy and Philip one back come and die. We in the bush, Monrovia is under the flag of AFL. So if people will come as rebels into the town and start to hijack and carry people to the bush to kill them, then I will do more than what they think they're doing. If my wife and children don't come tonight, say that Rambo is going from end to end to kill the Mandingos in Monrovia. I need my children and my wife. If they want me, let them wait for me when I get to the front. But now my family in Monrovia. So immediately boy called the air commander that the Blackpool River, truly speaking, my wife and children were in a pickup, that they were leading to Bombay. They were arrested by Ekoma to the base. The next morning they brought them. So I left and went to the operation on the Kwai Khalifa. He had the gas station, today they call the Donga gas station on the capital bypass. I went to him, I said, Siribi. He said, yeah. I said, we managed to see how we can put ourselves together, but you have put me to a challenge. I could do it to you in Monrovia here, but it will not look fun. Because anybody who feel that you want to die, you will go to the bush, not Monrovia. But my children and wife that you carried last night, I'm going for the challenge, and Bombay here will be captured. He said, Rambo, you can't make it. I said, boy is a boy. I will make it. You don't know me. You want to know me? I'm going. And I left. But before I could leave, there was an old man, Mandingo old man, because we were stranded for ammunition. Today he might die, calling one old man Kamara. I met him on the west side of Clay Street. I attacked him. He said, but what happened? I said, my diamond that you collected from Lofa Bridge, the 1 carat, when you don't give me that 25,000, I will put you in my car and carry you to Kakata. I need it. And through that, the woman not owe me. But it's that we were looking for way because we didn't have arms and ammunition to fight against the Ulimo King. So we were all desperate around, hunting to see how best we can manage. So when I engaged the woman, AFL MPs came in and carried her to the bag. So I told the people that I've been elevated as a general within the defunct Ulimo jail. What we are doing, it is not AFL problem. You can't arrest me. The owner and me have our own blood deed from our rebel territory. And he run away kind of Monrovia that no more I can see. Since God can show him to me today, he gave me my money. If so, I will carry him to Kakata. Come on and say, Rambo, you can't do that. I said, but I need my money. They made their way under the pretense. They brought that money. I gave 5,000 to come and receive 20,000, and I left. I went to Kakata. When I went to Kakata at the time, I come up on their own high and sea. They were selling each box of the ammunition to us for 1,005 units for each box in Kakata. So the 20,000 could do better or more arms and ammunition. When we bought our ammunition, I carried it to bomb mines and we kept it. So I decided that this ammunition was not enough because it's a recapture battle. So we got to do something more than this to get what we want. At that time, the Mandingo brothers were still with us, peace platoon. Then we have one of the zebra platoon, battalion that were in Camp Todi because the Mandingos are good on money. So every rich area that we capture, they always take over that area because we were after 40. They after every 20,000 I spent, they should get it done. So they were in Todi. When I left, I came to Monrovia. So I said, Roosevelt? He said, yes. I said, the revolution is about to go. But you can't sit down here. Rebel leader can't be in Monrovia when we're in the bush and people are dying. So if you're sure that you are the rebel leader of this, the four new rebel faction that are formed as Ulimoje, you have to go to the bush. General Tikala make away with Prince Hill, General Duba, everybody is in bomb mines. So you have to go. They send me to come for you. He said, but Rambo, the whole road, Ecomog, and people taking south with it. So I said, no. I have studied the road. Colonel Peter said he want to see you. Colonel O'Neill, the regional commander in Kakata, want to see you. They are Christian. They say you should come because they know what is going on. They will help you. He said, really? I said, yes. He said, okay, then we will go tomorrow. I said, every race that you delay here is a dangerous race. I'm not waiting for tomorrow. If you can't go now, we will form another person to become the rebel leader. He said, Rambo, you sure that when I go, nothing will happen? I said, nothing. Let's go. But my car that I own my people, I was moving with every logistic that anywhere that you attack, I will capture that area because I have the logistics to my team. I was wearing choir gun because I know that I was fighting in the army of the Lord. Maroon choir gun at the time when anybody see General Rambo. So when I picked him up and get into Papa was the Sierra Leone condition, but radio have already called that they should have Roosevelt Johnson arrested. So we let Johnson come behind. The the death squad commander move forward to make sure that the territory is clear for him to move to come in. So as I bring my men, they deploy them to whatsoever Ecomont is. So when I got there, the Sierra Leone Ecomont started speaking in Creole, this and that. I said, what happened? I said, well, we the Ulimo J, our people that flee from the end of Ulimo K, is that what we take it from Monrovia because we don't want problem in Monrovia. So we are going to Kakata because we are still engaging Taylor for Banga. So they say, okay, you can go. We passed to Roosevelt. We got to Fenner. We were able to talk to Ecomont. We passed until to 15 gate. When we got to 15 gate, I moved. I went to Konopite. I said, the chief is here. He said, bring him in. I came, I told Roosevelt from the car. They carried Roosevelt. They prayed and they had their inside talk. So Roosevelt promised him. Because I know nothing for nothing. To my greatest surprise, when I looked, I saw bombs, arms, ammunition start to come. Oh, we were so happy. Roosevelt came going in the car. We fired from 15 days until we were able to get to Calcutta.
What year was that?
It was on 1993.
You sure?
Just a month. I can't give you.
Are you sure?
But I was split in 93. In 93. A month I can't give you.
Okay.
When we got there, Roosevelt Johnson went into BWI. So they still not talking until I started getting afraid. I said, but something going wrong. What Colonial can say we should bring Roosevelt? And he has the name in there where we are, our mission, we're going to go to Burma tonight, and tomorrow we launch the attack on Burma here and keeping the man. So gentlemen, if they are delaying, they apprehend somebody come out there on our command for them to release our leader quick. So they said, no, Rambo, calm down. So I said, but why they can't allow me to go there to be with him, but he had no in there. So one of the MP commander left him, went into the place and told him, oh, it's not easy, the man boy out there is grumbling. So you have to do something, let them get to your boys because they are trying to create problems. They're bringing armed charging outside. So immediately Johnson came up, men, no men. So everyone will answer. He said, gentlemen, you know I'm on your way. These people can't do nothing to me. We discussing that you will need immediately to go and recapture Bombi. Everybody say. So we had a call for that. He was on a bush shelter. When he went, they discussed. When we looked, we saw truck load coming out. So it gave us more momentum that Kroma was nothing to us, that Bombi will be captured. We left, I think, by 9 o'clock that night, and we carried Roosevelt Johnson to Burma. But Colonial said, Roosevelt, to my strategy, you are going to Burma Hill. My men that I will send along the Burma highway to deploy in Burma, you should disarm them. You don't kill any of them because you need more arms and ammunition. And rebel is nothing that anybody to rely on. Chancellor have done the same thing. Why you can't? You don't kill them. Only take the arms and ammunition and go ahead with your mission. Yes, sir. So we left when the next day ECOMOG called for deployment because we're going to leave the ground vulnerable. He said the truth. But at the time we have our boys all along the road in the bushes observing as they put the squad down, they move and they disarm them. So they left only until the group that landed in Burma. As Roosevelt Johnson were talking, oh, gentlemen, your staff was Lelu, what we call the 1005. Gia Morale. That you're doing more. You understand? So we grabbed half of these aircraft with the MOAs and everything and carried them to Hendy. That it was now over BBC. That Ulimo J is one on the rampage with his drunkenness, the army aircraft, and carrying all the belongings. Yes, it's true. It was done. But it was done in collaboration with aircraft commanders that know the deeds that we were carrying on. So when we came back to Calcutta, we got dissatisfied with the Guinean conditions because we know that they were the same Mandingos that lingered from our end. And when they were in our mess at ECOMOG, they never had anything tied on a weapon as a red club. So we understood the red club was still for the jihadists. So certain people going is that we will attack the skeleton team and overrun that will be under our control. So immediately we move on them. As the noise were causing in Calcutta, we have our boys that have gone to the ambush dome and bought it at the back, and we retrieve all the ammunition to Calcutta. That means to bomb mines. So we have more built dormitory of ammunition. It is time to our greatest surprise, charge you were in Monrovia. We were that is say you overthrow. The fighting is about freeing our people and let Liberian people have their own leader they want through election. How can you do it again? Now can't tell anything wrong. Then they say to the mansion. But do you remember? Then we have to put men together immediately to move to Monrovia. Because there is no market war by who draw. You have to come down. Johnson said, my people, you're all. I got a radio message from Banga. That Taylor is coming with unknown forces, like attacking, charge you, but you want to take over with the Tanzania. We say, really, Chief? He said, yeah. He said they might be here tonight or tomorrow. They're bringing the manpower. But we will resist. Yes, sir. Truly speaking, that day up to 6 o'clock, they came and they met our checkpoint. And our checkpoint is behind Ecomo. So Ecomo allowed them because they were formed part, the Tanzania were formed part of the Ecomo. But they were deployed in the control area of MPFL. So when they were coming, they pulled down gate. But when they got to us, so we asked them, say, but how you come? Because we see street vendors in the cars where you are as MPFL. They know us, we know them. So if you're going to town, what do people do in a car? We can't allow them to go to town. Arguing from one to another, fire open. 2 of my soldiers died at the Ulengo jail. We returned fire. We and them went into the battle where 9 of the Tanzania vehicles were captured by we in the Ulengo jail. And over 25 of the Tanzania were killed on the gun battle with some other MPFL fighters. We captured 11, but we said to our operational scroll was that before turning them over to our air boss, they shouldn't go back home with ears. So we took out the ears from over the head, those 11 men, and turned them over, and those others that we killed, we put them in a very well in Kakata. It happened. And when we went through the process, I captured a base radio from the Tanzania that Taylor was continuing communicating what is the instruction, what's going on. So immediately I carried to Roosevelt and said, but Taylor speaking. He said, give me the hand, I'll give it to him. He replied to Taylor. And they started calling one another mother. We all started laughing. The Blackberry that were formed 1991 that went to Kankan in Guinea and took training were able to stand by Ecomo and bombard the mansion and get charged you out of the mansion. We all were happy. But one of the brutal part of them was the innocent children and women that were there who didn't know anything about charge you, overthrowing, brutal rape started. Beating and killing innocent people at the executive mansion started. So when we got the information, some of us left Kakata and we came to Monrovia. When we came, it's true, those bodies, they carried them to go and bury those people that they killed. Which the late people who died today for Model as chief of staff, he was part of that group. The late Tikala were part of that charge group of that overthrow. We left, things were fine. We went back to our base. To my greatest surprise, I saw Tom you, Lada Subowu, Mazakwe, all the people came. They said, Johnson, we got to put things together because they tell us here a business hard. So we had to form a coalition And this coalition is that we move together to get it off our back. Let me take manga from him. Say, but they are found here. So Johnson called and briefed us. So I said, well, the briefing you gave, we don't have no time as a good fighter. We're waiting to go. But what is the logistics? Because they have all the logistics of guys for people. So to spearhead your operation, you should bring the logistics. They went to Kakata or BWR and talk with Konon Onia, and which is great, then you will be able to support the operation. The brother find logistics will spearhead our operation from Kakata to Wiala, where 225 of the MPFF that were flat-footed were captured and we brought them to Kakata and put them in the Kali church they have on the 14 road. At that time, I was lodging in a house on 14 road at the late Baku Taylor, which is Charles Taylor brother house at Bread Farm. When you went to Bread Farm, they were our lodge. But when we start on the NDC, where they go and say the politicians, they have argument. Who they have, who night, who this, they were no understanding. So when we look at it and they were lying to us that things were not going to stand, immediately I retreated with my boys and went to Boma. Our brothers that left there, they go through the process. It didn't work out because there was no ammunition, much because of the power grid. So the coalition broke down. We led our troops to Bombing Hill, where we were able to free some of our crown brothers and old men, which is one like Nayu, were one of the end brother, but he was an old man that were playing his own card because he wanted to become a leader. So he was best found with Alhaji Kuma with a Bombing Hill. But when we go there, that 4 days, that morning, when we know their operational scope and they know our operational scope. So we have to dress like the Muslims, where we tie our arati on our head, you know, wear gown, with our AKs and things in a gun. For every other checkpoint we get to, they say Salam Alaikum, and we say Malaikum Salam, that a password. Then we penetrate. When we don't swim Maka district, my very friend Alhaji Tego, who said he was convincing me to not go to the front, he was a regiment commander in Swamaka district. So I brought him at the table, he said, yeah, you told me you were not to be here. Then how come? Also that the damn money business, you blacking here in a hammer, but you went to tell God that we're coming behind you. We have no much time here for you. You finish. And right there, in the SBU little boy we had is a crap boy, they killed his mother in Bombing here. So he was so evil that there's no chance that he see anybody look like Mandingo, he kill you. Right there, as we were talking, open fire on Alhaji table, the hard table that is in Maka district. And we flee from the Maka until we were able to get to Bombing Hill. By 3:30 in the night, and we started going from house to house, talking to our people that we are around, that they try to leave because by 6 o'clock in the morning, going to be a heavy attack into Bombing Hill. We came to take over Bombing Hill. So one lady that there, a val lady said, oh, but many of your people is Dumu Yafins, where they had a door, you know, basket, you know, Wellington, where they keep the door in gates. They have many of your people in those gates as prisoners. And when you get to the MP quarter, there are many there that every night they take you far from there to go and execute them. You have to make way so they will kill the people before daybreak because they know that you're already in the town. So we said, no problem. You leave and get into the jungle. We'll take care of the problem. So we were managed to do our baptisms until we got behind Dumuya house. And he gave she immediately that he jumped in the bush. And when we broke those locks to free our people from in that cell that he had. When we moved to the MP quarter, the MP at the desk, they provoked, high head down, sleeping. So we knocking. Salam alaikum. They say, Malaikum salam, gentlemen, that people you come for again. Every night you don't be carrying people, you can't get people here, now people sleeping, they want bread, they get a key here. He never known us to know who we were. But he only want your key for the jailhouse. As soon as he gave it to us, one of the boys that were with me, they called Yaya. He had died today on this last war that we fought of lead into Kolaku. Yaya napping. He said, you know me? Hey, look. He said, Mama, why did I allow talk from? So he said, no, I want your eyes to be open to know that today he's going to go to tell him that we're coming. We are the Narutaro, and when they say Narutaro, then that means we are the crown people. Fear nothing but to do wrong when it causes to be done. So when he came to himself and wiped his face and said, Jeremiah, I will hear, we say, let. Jeremiah, quiet. We cut out the hair and set it on the same table. Open the jail. We saw our brothers there, dressed in black. Jeremiah, you come. The other one said, no, gentlemen, we beg you. You don't carry up to now, we hold your foot. So we spoke round. Then they go back to the cell. They say, oh, you have our people. We say, yeah, we cannot release you. Yeah, let's go. They say, but then we happen. We took them because they were already out of power. They were not too strong because no eating. It's not easy even to drink. We took them to the bush. Slept on a Ulimoke. 4 days in the morning, we used the mic and speak, because some of our grandbrothers can speak the Mandingo. Well, we had General Charles then, coming in as General Lonti, Kukuru Goan, went over the bombing hill there with a mic and gave them good morning that we, the Ulimo J, is already in Tomoburg. That there will be no excuse, no escape route of Ulimo K. That we're going to take over bombing hill. 14 started. We fought that we found out our ammunition, the basic load that we brought, because we walked for 3 days, 3 nights, no resting. Our ammunition was going low that we were not able to, sit down. We left and went back with our people to bomb mines. Then we formed new strategy to come back for recapture of bombing hill. If our time coming was that my brother Apollo Jason said is that we should walk strictly into bombing hill. We said no. The military strategy, you don't fight one place 2 times. So where the Unimoke forces are now, they are watching that when we come with that group, there will be many lives lost. So we have to get them surprise attack. Yeah, let's take this one marker district and find our way to get to Clay. When we attack Clay, the bombing hill group will get confused. They will get lead our troops to come back here where we can be able to pass through the Godfrey plantation and enter into Tomaburg. Then we will take over Tomaburg. He said, I go idea, yeah, let's move. We move with our idea, for true, we were successful. But my brother, when we got there, was that the raping that was going on with the Ulimoke forces, where they have this general he died today was one of the desperate generals they had at the time. Into Clay. When a name comes to me, I was taking his name. That That 24 hours they were there raping the women and little girls of children. When we got the first bomb that we shared, running away open. Those women came running out to the bushes, nothing. What's going on? They said, we crown people that were arrested, and they general here were people 24 hours. But the just came one and come up under the Palava house. So you can go. So fortunately we rushed with double bomb and were able to take over that Palava house. We made a big ship back sitting down. And we made the Ekoma Nigerian man on the Yoruba with his marks, plenty on the job. A hair was on the table, a uniform pack on the side with a boots, but his body was bush up. A heavy pepper soup on the fire. But we have walked for 3 days, 3 nights without hunger, eating cassava from butchers. If you can recognize any like monkey apple, the funny thing, it's what we were eating coming. But when we got to place, the rice was already done. The soup was still on the fire. But because there was no control of hunger, what left we dumped the food in a big pan that we want to eat. The soup was the water, my brother, that we put into the food first. Put our hands, we started eating the rice. Ha! No washing hand business. Everybody standing, you put your hand and eat. But coming to dump the meat, when we know we saw the pounds of human being drop. Right there we gave up. But we finished swallowing the food, we drank the soup. We started putting finger in and walked through to vomit. He left. Then when we believe, we the Unimo jail, it's true that Unimo K is ignorant that here they are eating human beings. So what all people been telling us is true. So we got to move quicker because I know it's just the same in Tonnenberg. So we forcibly use our force and overrun Tonnenberg as far to Lofa Bridge. Involvement of Ekoma. When they were in Lofa Bridge and we had Bombay Hill as far where to this place we call Sawmill was our checkpoint. Ekoma and us started with small talk. You're not powerful. If our commander gave us any order, we can overrun you within 10 minutes. We said, Ekoma, we are small people, but we are powerful. We don't go against people. But if you try to go against us, when we come against you, you will regret it. We don't have dealing with you. So they are what you are using. Devil shouldn't be busy to turn you around against us. You will feel away. They say, you boy, you're shelter. So we and the Nigerians, they had no good rapport within that Tonnenberg. When any of our little soldiers, they didn't care where they are, maybe at the checkpoint, whatever, they will grab our soldier and beat him. We say to our boys, say, hold on. You might do something wrong that they are going to beat you. We always get the best. But to our greater surprise, Ekoma told us that between Unimo K and J that they were going to deploy. Because they are already deployed within Tonnenberg, we were at the barrack of Bombay Hill. We said that's fine. But the deployment is that they were going with 3 trucks filled with ammunition. With 3 more and manpower that they are going to deploy in the control area of Unimo K. We said that's fine because we wanted warriors to finish. So since you're going, we are happy. They said, no problem. We opened the gate. Ekoma left the wing. They went in the morning hour. By 5:30 to 6 o'clock in the evening, when we looked, we saw Ekoma coming back with the same 3 truck, 3 more, the same manpower. Our gate was stayed there, so when they reached the stop. So the man that was sitting on the wood of the truck, he said, hey, make it open. Useless boy. So the boy that was to the gate said, look, hey, come on. You can't cause us. This is our control area. You went to deploy before anything is let our commander know, but we can't open the gate. So immediately they called. We left and went. When we got there, it was an accident. But one of our boys had already claimed to check in the truck what was going on. 2 trucks were empty. 1 truck was still loaded with ammunition. The exact men that went, they all retreated, they're coming back. So the labor working, he got to say, Chief, who are the truck empty? But one day is there with basic load. So we said, but come on. You as the commander here, something going wrong. If you don't deploy, what are the ammunition that you carry? So we know that you are wrong and doing something wrong. They said nothing. Those boys, they forced us and took those ammunition. So we are getting to headquarters to be able to launch the complaint. We said no. It's impossible that tonight they can attack us. So say you carry the complaint and we upon your defense because from Sunday we be bombing you. So say you are in bombing here and you are not to Sunday, give us the ammunition to defend ourselves. But we can't allow you to go with the 1 truck. No way. They said, So immediately the commander, Africo, who was the air commander for them, knew the black deals between them. They were in their own thing. So after he called, they spoke the Nigerian that we couldn't understand. So immediately he left order to a man. But as smart we were, we saw them winding down the barrel of the Moab. So right there we say, gentlemen, everybody, nobody points to, let's get in a place that if it is anything, we will engage them one-to-one to get arms from them. So while talking, our 3 boys that were standing in front of the truck at the checkpoint, no. The 60 men open fire. The 3 boys trapped. We jumped in the bushes. Elkoma took over bombing 8 times. My people, there was a second fraction to the Ulimoke that we saw. Elkoma started raping, killing. You are General Rambo woman? Yeah, we are. They carry you, they rape you. Elkoma started. We left in the bush for 1.5 weeks, thinking what to do. Because we have already lost many of our instruments into bombing hill. But while we were there, we saw surveillance of the VAR, Mende, Buse people all running, coming. We were coming on the day, the Elkoma now they play the Rishi. They involved the Unimoke business now. They just breaking, looting, doing all the party down there, not easy. So we say, well, but then gentlemen, we got to stay. It's a brand new war. Elkoma don't know our country. 12, sir.
I'm just trying to see you have 10 minutes. I want you to wrap up in the next 30 or so minutes so that we can ask you questions.
Okay. So we consolidated and we went against Elkoma. Through the battle between we and Elkoma within the 3 months, we were able to overrun them. We killed 600 of Elkoma into Tomaberry at far to Pole River.
You say it lasted for 3 months?
Yeah, 3 months.
What year was that?
Was 1994 to my remembering.
You can remember the month?
No, sir, but 94.
Okay, go ahead.
We battled out. They called for ceasefire. People intervened. We accepted. They came in. Only one of the soldiers that we turned over was the commander. We burned a hand, a feet. and his mouth, and we turned him home. He was the only commander that was turned home. But 600 were killed from them. And we, the Ulimo jail, when we went through the process of those who died from our fighter, we lost 13 men. We caught the 155, 106, at the Grand Mesa, and all the mowers and things that they carried to Tonnenberg. And all the uniforms that they were having on them with these guys from on them, and we were wearing it as Ecomo into Tonnenberg. The people talked to us, we accepted. We gave them back the mowers. Taylor called D. Roosevelt Johnson and said, look, my man, I congratulate you for the hard work, but me and you can operate. Johnson said, huh? He said, yeah. I sent in my men in there, they will come and see you. But those things that you get, don't accept to give it out to those people. We can keep it. That tomorrow our country can use it. Let it be for us. So my men will be there with you soon. He sent a grape with US. When D-Road received that grape of US, which at the time they had a 7-man council, he called the Oscar Jai Kuya, was one of the councilmen at the time. George Segbe Bole, who has LPC at the time. He called him and said, well, Taylor called me, and what I know is that for the weapon business, but he sent me greater US. So what do we do? Well, they said, take the weapon over to help them up. And lend you the money. They didn't have blood money. When you come to West End, eat the money. Nothing can happen. So Johnson listened to the Eba. He collected the money. Immediately, we turned the weapons over. Tell the boy, no, he can't get the money, and the weapon can't be given to him. Going back to help him. Holy and holy. At the end, until Amayulu, at the time D. Roosevelt Johnson were on 19th Street. Small North started in the town, bro. April 6th. Amayulu had the idea of Taylor that within the deformed forces, they formed a own force that were called Congo Defense Force. That he was sent 25 men, sometimes with 2 arms. When they fall in our ambushes, those 2 painful that people children die for nothing from his so-called power he wanted. Amayulu began to hate Roosevelt Johnson, crown to crown battle down with his side. He was living on the 9th Street near the beach. Roosevelt Johnson lived on the 19th Street near the beach. Well, the interim president, the Bamako, were living on 19th Street too. But you were living in front of D. Roosevelt Johnson. Well, come on. So you always intervene. But this time, Mama, you looking to 19th Street. I was sitting down and looking. The key were our brothers. Even Tikala and Owu, our commanding general, because of the village, we know we had districts within a county. So because of the district, our commanding general Tikala were looking at Sigi Solomon. He was D. Roosevelt and he was Amayulu. So that how we, the first of them were looking now, we go to Amayulu, yeah, they will go to Roosevelt Johnson, yeah. We are not laughing, they talk. Which one will be convenient for us to take side? But to our brothers abroad, when Amayulu came that evening to Roosevelt Johnson area for talk, where there was no understanding because of inherent Duba, General Fokia, who was the Benjamin Yetan at the time for D. Roosevelt Johnson forces in Lemo jail. He came in by that bridge. He said that Amayulu enter. You know also Roosevelt Johnson. But in discussing with the argument where Ekoma was standing, you know, took by a forefather. With the same children that were walking away, he bulleted one of the ball and dropped. They flee, they went. Ekoma saw it. They want to be able to come on media to let Aboriginal people know what really happened. But they saw the bit of it. Every day, Johnson should come to justice. Johnson can't come to justice. You got to go to justice. We can't come to justice. On that, Charles Taylor convinced Alhaji G.B. Nkrumah that that operation that will be launched will make Alhaji Nkrumah to be vice president to him. So it meant, and Nkrumah men should emerge to fight with the Ulemo jail. To our surprise, they attacked us 3:45 that morning of the April 6th. When we went into it, God to Harry, we were able to take Roosevelt Johnson from 19th Street to the BTC barrack. When I got on the bypass, I saw T. Kanaseti by the house of Material Center. So I said, T, what's going on? He said, Rambo, I'm confused. To see we that came yesterday that will continue doing walling and polling. So I'm confused. But General T, then let's go to the barrack so we can consolidate to know what to do. But he didn't say down here because the MDMF forces is coming with Ulemo K. He said it's true. But I don't want to enter in a barrack. So I said, then what happened? But then not knowing, his mind was not clear. He cannot sit down by that Material Center as I was continuing talking to him. MPFF was there, from Jonathan. As we were there exchanging fire, the bomb that they launched hit the building, the particle hit him. T. Carlo dropped the down. I dragged him into the old house of G. Barker Matthew, politician general of 1999, no, 89 or 79, right? The red right, 79. I dragged him into Barker Matthew old house and laying down and pour OOZ over him. I left the body there, ran with my boys to the barrack to Gonanga. Commanding General Abda. Men who the Lord bought and can bound on him. Men that can talk to bullet and the bullet take his own control. He died that morning. To come on the offensive, we took 3 days and 3 nights to get back to Material Center there to be able to recall to get Tikala body to get to the DDC barrack. What to have it we did. But the April says, my people, it was too fast and people died. Human beings died. That even my own late brother on the Capitol bypass, as he was in and out, when they reached there because they know General Rambo, when they asked, my late brother said no. Their forces went to the barrack. I only hear I'm a surveillant, I know nothing about your war for him. They said, come here. When you walk to them, they open automatic on your chest and kill him. So I saw people from the Baba running from the what happened? They said, Rambo the jockey, your brother. We are afraid. But besides him, they killed all 4 poisons. The body is laying there. So I said, well, it's the will of the war that we fight. No problem from there. We will deploy us. So you hold on. Nobody go there yet until our forces get it. They say, okay. So the few people from the Baba wait. But we have our discussion and have our assignment. We all spread where LPC controlling the American embassy in Chris Valley and General. Tell me about they are late people today. So I Rambo on the bypass Both naked were on the new and the old bridge end. Then we have, I will call my brother who died today. War boats were to Jalatan. Emonchai were taking care of maintenance center. That's how we deploy around our BTC back. With tons of thousands where the old man, as chairman on the board, he knows. We went through the process of 3 months on days. But the last attack that they brought that today Dumuya left in. I slept and I saw and told my people that today is the day that one of the big warriors of these people will die. But is that we have to go with that engagement. But he will bring himself close. And truly speaking, how he came to the Moria Bakery with Guinean competitions with the Moa launching into the battle. Dumuya was fighting again as the deputy chief of staff. As the chief of staff of AFL from the Warren faction, because it was Warren government was sitting at the time. His sister was in the barrel with us. There were many Mandingos were in the barrel with us that we not even came. But you crying out there, they came. Then they had one general power for the MPF at the time that were assigned at grade school in. That were entering the grade school and taking innocent civilians from there and carrying them on the B side, killing them. They call him General Power. I learned today he's an intelligent officer of the AFL, of the new AFL at defense. My brother, the war is deep. But all of this time that we were fighting, many of us as the general or fighters never knew the other contact. We want to see ourselves with arms and ammunition or something carry our own clandestine by come and get it. But last night to the April 6th, Alhaji Jimmy Kroma had connection with the Chinese government. That he was able to buy arms and ammunition that fought the April 6th against we the Ulimo J. But because he was convinced by Charles Taylor to become the vice president, he gave Taylor his entire Hollywood. The Hollywood is compound, he had more logistics with more sophisticated weapons. In Guinea, Mansanta, the remaining arms and ammunition that came to cross the border and after the call for ceasefire is stopped in the Mansanta barrel that brought it 1999 war that ended on this 2003. G.P. Kroma hoped that he gave to Taylor. Taylor didn't buy it because he knew it was almost a leopard and lion sitting in the sea den. 1 minute you close your eyes, somebody will kill a friend. So he did. After the call for the ceasefire, immediately Taylor went and told Econo that Alhaji Kroma had an Haley general with arms and ammunition as his resident. They should go for checkup. Quick. When Econo went that morning for true, Kroma were arrested with arms and ammunition and carried him to Econo Bay for 3 days. From there they talk, they left him. Then we came to the election. My people, General Rambo, he said that sitting down here that thought Taylor was so dangerous, but at the end, we were tired. Be you Crown, you Mandingo, you Bella, you Wato, everybody was tired. That I myself voted for Taylor at the BDC barrel as MPF because if Taylor don't carry it, he was still struggling to fight another war. So saying he was the man that went through the struggle that make other revolutions to be formed. Yet again, they want to forget that he told it. That how we went through the 1997 election until we won this election. But Taylor and Roosevelt Johnson, for their nation that were turned over to Alabama, he just certified. So Taylor continued as president of the country. So the Roosevelt Johnson said, but that man, they were seeing if we get a chance, and security again among us, they will kill us one by one, so we have to be careful. At that time, many of the Ulimo case fighters were with the MPFL, with Taylor. That one General Langaza was one of the information. For every discussion at the executive mansion, Langaza will call immediately for D. Roosevelt Johnson to know, because at that time he was to transfer. That you get my thing now, but I get it now today. They made it sending the death squad to come and do some secret killing. Then we get on our guard. All night, don't try, don't all over. The BDC Barry, Camp Johnson Road, Capital Bypass up. We were in that until Taylor changed it to the system 18. But before then, Taylor called me at the mansion. They wonder for General Ramo, I want to see him. Who every time when you hear my saying, then he say, Taylor can't pass on the bypass. He will launch me. He will kill me. I want to see the Ramo here. He didn't know that I'm the revolution father. So yet then, you go and tell Ramo to come. Then one yet, Buddha, they came to me. The papa want to see you. Who your papa? He said the president. I said, okay. Nothing wrong? He said, no, the papa hear your name, my man. Look, the elephant meet now. They walk in Ramo. We all have to be bad and papa for 18 years so we can enjoy. The papa will stay to the place one day, go point. And when he go up, he ourselves, we can make it. But he say, yeah. And there was no problem. I'll let him go see the papa. The next morning they came for me. We left when we were on Sunday. I sat down to that mansion the whole day until it brought holding and pulling on the Camp Johnson Road that General Ramo is at the mansion. The land that they are carrying over time. In fact, they carry the water now they didn't kill. So my people put up resistance and they want to attack. But I continue the same message to say no. I read at the mansion and looking over the same BDC. Nobody killing me, nobody beat me, nothing I can. But to my greatest surprise, one of my best friends that they call Warboard as a general too. He came with somebody, bodyguard, straight there at the mansion and said, "Don't give me General Ramo here, so what will happen will happen." So look at the idea, what's happening? Right away, he engaged the security that were the triple S that were at the gate, fighting broke up until they hit him with a gun butt and he got a crack on his skull here and brought him inside, there he down with the other bodyguard. So this boy that died today, one of Taylor's best general he had to. Now he tell, they call him, oh, he died in Ghana. They were captured him. Jack the rebel. Ramo, you will not escape. We wouldn't use the 1,005 to bring you about carrying you straight in front of the mansion on the beach now to kill you. So I said, Jack. He said, yeah. I said, you smoke up. You haven't gone under water. Things that I believe in that you can't see. You're just talking because you want to talk. By this time, if you make mistake, the mansion will be captured. Because I will attack. The army are here for you and me. He said, I can carry you. I said, I can walk in front of you now, go on the beach. Yet you are here when you fire. And the bullet didn't do anything to me. Then let me fire him too. Then you then say that crown man here. Come to yourself, Jack. That the Papa said for the men, not you. If you meet outside the men at the time, Ramo or Jero with men behind you, you could go there. Or because you're here now, so you want to boost